Hello everyone and welcome to Be on Reddit. Am I the a-hole for cancelling a trip because my fiance's ex and her baby are coming? Original post. I, 32 female, have been with Kyle, 37 male, for 2.5 years. We got engaged 6 months ago. Kyle has been divorced for over 5 years now. He was married to Elena, 37 female. They have a son, Greyson, 8 male. Elena has a toddler from a guy she met after her divorce and dated briefly, Ella, 2.5 female. Greyson is a wonderful little kid. He has his room in our house and he's so loved by all of us. Kyle and Elena are good friends and co-parenting great. The problem I have is she is everywhere. Beside the holidays and birthdays, which I understand, Christmas, Greyson birthday, Thanksgiving. Elena and her baby are pretty much invited to any family functions such as Kyle's birthday, Kyle's parents' anniversary, my birthday. Yes, Kyle invited her to my birthday, our camping trips. I have talked to Kyle many times, but he thinks I'm being insecure for no reason and making a big deal about nothing. I booked a trip to Mexico for January for me, Kyle, and Greyson. Kyle told Elena that on the last week of January we will have Greyson for extra weeks since he's coming with us to Mexico. Apparently, Elena managed to ask him about our trip dates details. I saw on Facebook she was posting about swimsuit shopping for her upcoming trip. Kyle texted her and asked her if she's going somewhere that week too. She said she researched our hotel and I took advantage of the same deal as you guys. So I guess we'll see you there, haha. I told Kyle then we are cancelling the trip. He said he can't because tickets are non-refundable. I told him then I'm not going. I want for once to have a family vacation without his ex-wife. I want a family vacation without his ex-wife. But Kyle thinks there's nothing we can do now. We need to address this for future plans and be more clear about boundaries. Now for the comments. A Redditor types, so what changed in their relationship emotionally? It sounds like all that happened is he found a new apartment and having intimacy with you isn't cheating. They're pretty much still living their married life. OP responds, I met him after their divorce. He didn't cheat with me. They're still best friends and not sleeping together. We're engaged to be married. She met her daughter's dad and now casually dating others. Another editor says, the get back with Kyle went overboard for me. Same for all the other presumptions below this. She probably enjoys having the family experience for the kids. It's hard being solo cause family functions become very difficult to make festive when it's all on you. OP responds, that's what Kyle says, that she went through a breakup and she's very lonely, so we are her friends. The thing is, I knew he had a kid from day one and accepted it, but I didn't sign up to be his ex's emotional support sister. Call me selfish, but I'm done being the second choice. I'm going to have a serious talk with him soon. The next day, OP makes another post in another subreddit titled, Before leaving the relationship, what are must-to-dos? I, female, just ended an engagement. Yes, right before Christmas. My brother and his girlfriend let me stay with them until I find my place hopefully soon. I packed my clothes and stuff. Cancelled the subscriptions, Netflix, Disney, that was under my credit card. Wrapped and left the gifts under the tree so they can open it on Christmas morning without me. E-transferred half of the rent and utilities for December. My brother will pick up my stuff later, my books. If I buy something for the house, should I take it or it's his now since I bought it for the house and it's his house now? I bought an air fryer, an Instant Pot and Dyson vacuum. Anything else I should do? Now for the comments. A Redditor asks, how did the relationship end? Was it a big fight or just a mutual thing because it's just over? If it wasn't so mutual, in any case, if he has access to a bank account or anything else, DoorDash, Uber, something, change the passwords and maybe change your banking login information and make a list of everything he could have used, your banking info, credit card, just to make sure that your money stays yours. OP responds, no fight at all. A lot of tears though, but ended with a hug. He still asked me to reconsider and stay friends, which I said I really can't and I need space. He cried again. Now for the update, same day. First of all, thank you for every single comment. I read all of them. Kyle came home late last night since he was working on a project with his coworker. He saw me awake and got surprised and asked, "Is everything okay?" I said we need to talk. I basically told him that either he tells Elena to cancel her trip and establishes boundaries or we're done. He said, "Oh my god, are you still on this?" I said, "I'll talk to her for future events, let it go. For F's sake." I said, "No, this has been my life since we met. She and her baby are always in my hair. I get upset, you convince me to let it go this time, then it happens again." I reminded him that last June we hosted Elena's baby's birthday at our backyard and paid for and did everything, and you told me to let it go. Where's the limit? Will she be invited to our wedding and be in the bridal party? Will she be at our honeymoon? Will she be at the delivery room when I give birth? He said, "We're both tired, why don't we talk tomorrow?" I told him I can't wait until then. "Will you ask Elena to cancel her trip and tell her about my boundaries?" He said, "I can't make her do anything as she's no longer my wife. I can tell her you don't like her and you can't stand her. Happy?" I said, "I don't feel like I'm ever gonna be your wife. She's more your wife than I'll ever be. She just doesn't like to put out, so you got me for that. That's how I feel. I feel so unloved. If we break up and Elena takes you back, would you get back together with her?" He said, "Stop. You know how much I love you. Why are you saying these nonsense?" I asked again and again. He said, "What do you want me to say? That if I'm single, will I work things out with Elena? I guess." I got my answer. I gave him the ring and said, "I'll leave tomorrow morning." He said, "What? Are you serious? What is going on tonight?" He started saying how we were gonna get married and have babies. He knows I left my previous boyfriend because he didn't want to get married, and he begged me to not leave before holidays. He suggested staying and starting counseling in January. I told him, "I really don't have the energy or time for this." He started crying. I was awake all night crying on and off. In the morning, he made me breakfast and hugged me, so uncomfortable, and said, "Please don't end it permanently. Let's be in touch and work on our relationship." I told him, "No, I just can't. Sorry." Again, he cried and left for work. I talked to my brother in the morning, and he and his girlfriend will let me stay with them until I find my place. I wrapped the Christmas gifts, for Greyson mostly and him, and left them under the tree so they can open them on Christmas morning. He asked if I'd at least join them for Christmas morning. I said no. As for the tickets, they were on my credit card. I'll call Air Canada today to see if I can transfer them to my brother and his girlfriend. I'm so grateful for letting me stay at their place. Now for the final comments. A Redditor asks, "You say he's only with you because she wouldn't put out. Are they sexually incompatible like Elena being asexual or low libido? If so, it sounds like he wants you for his sexual needs and Elena for everything else, like a sister-wives thing." OP responds, "They said they divorced because they stopped having intimacy and slept separately. One time, Elena said she didn't find him sexually attractive anymore. She went on meeting another guy and got pregnant by him. They broke up. He met me." Now for the next post. How to deal with unhygienic roommate. Hello. I just moved into my dorm yesterday and I already want to change dorms, which unfortunately I don't think I can do. My roommate has literally made the entire dorm smell like body odor and dog pee. When she first walked into the building with her boxes, the smell was even in the halls. It stayed in the halls until she closed the door. When the door is closed, the room is bad. All of her clothes were dirty and covered in clumps of dog hair, and I am allergic to dogs. Now I'm sitting here with a stuffy nose, which I don't mind because it's blocking the smell, and I don't know what to do. Of course, I'm going to try to change dorms, but that might not be possible, and the college will probably not see it as a valid reason for changing. What do I do? How can I make the awful amount of dog hair stop affecting me? And how do I keep the smell at bay? I bought a diffuser for the wall, but even that on high doesn't get rid of the awful smell of body odor. Now for the comments. A Redditor says, "I would play really hard into the allergies thing when asking to change rooms. Focus on the medical side and make it seem like you cannot be sharing a room with this person. If you focus more on the smell part, they'll just try to tell you to get a diffuser or to talk to the roommate about it. In the meantime though, I know sometimes people will put an essential oil or some other good smelling thing on the skin under their nose to block out bad smells. Maybe try that? OP responds, I will. I think I'm going to try to get diagnosed with dog allergies so I can present medical evidence that I am. When I'm around dogs and dog hair, it gets to the point that I wheeze, and I take Allegra D and Flonase, but that doesn't do much. Luckily, I haven't started wheezing in the dorm, but my nose has been super stuffy since my roommate moved in. I will contact RA first and see what they say, and if they need medical evidence. I will also mention the really bad body odor. My roommate still hasn't taken a shower since she's been here. I will ask the RA if she wants me to talk to my roommate first, and I'll ask her what I should say. I'm also going to buy an air filter just in case I have to suffer through. Then I'll at least get some relief from my allergies. Update almost a month later, September 7. So, I still live with the same roommate. The only 2 dates I've noted her taking a shower are August 15 and September 2nd. It constantly smells like body odor in here. The requests for a dormmate change don't open until September 15. Originally, I was going to take your guys' ideas and wait until that date, but no, it got worse, way worse. So I'll start by saying we've never really had a conversation. It's been a month and we haven't had any conversation besides a brief one about her work. Whenever I try to strike up a conversation, she either entirely ignores me or gives me one-word responses. I haven't talked to her about her body odor partly because of this reason. I don't really know how to bring it up. But now, there's an entirely new issue. She plays with herself loudly when I sleep, like not little whimpers or anything like that. It's full-on moaning. I'm writing this after literally waking up to it. I don't even know where to go with this one. I don't know how to bring it up to her when she rarely acknowledges me talking. I'm not waiting until September 15 to make that request. I'm done. It always smells like body odor in the dorm. It smells like bad intercourse in it right now, and I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to say about someone loudly playing with themselves. I wouldn't even care if she were quietly doing it and I happened to notice. Like, we're human. A lot of us have those desires, but to do it loudly? Heck no. I'm writing an email to the RA right now, praying I get a room change. Edit. What are you guys' suggestions about bringing up the playing with themselves thing? I've only caught her twice, and I still have doubts, like maybe she was sleeping and making weird noises. The first time she was caught, I was on call with my girlfriend, but I fell asleep, and my girlfriend didn't hang up. My girlfriend likes to stay on call for as long as possible until she goes to sleep. Well, she heard loud moaning and started laughing, thinking it was me. She didn't know my roommate was back from work. She went, "OP, are you moaning?" Ha 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 ha. And then she said it went quiet. She said that for the next 10 minutes there was stifled whimpering. And now I woke up to moans. They were like stifled. Short moans that I don't think could be confused with bad dream noises, but maybe. I don't know. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt because what if I'm wrong, but I'm 95% sure. And this morning I was angry about it and certain those were sexual moans. I still think they are, but what if I'm wrong? Now for the comments. A Redditor says, nah, don't let anyone tell you that doing it in the same room with zero heads up is normal. She should either ask you to leave or go to the bathroom. This is gross behavior. Ask your RA to meet with you. OP responds, yeah, I get that it's super weird and shit. I personally don't care if it's dead silent and I'm assumed to be asleep. That's just my weird feelings about it. But to be loudly doing it, like WTF. A person has to have some balls to be moaning so loudly that they wake their roommate up. Another Redditor comments, playing with yourself in your room while you're present without your consent is sexual harassment and a Title IX violation. Report to your RA. If that doesn't get you moved quickly, report to your school's Title IX office. OP responds, my only worry is, what if those were just like sleep noises? Now that wouldn't dismiss the smell, and I still think they sounded closer to sexual moans than sleepy groans. But I'm worried I'm wrong. I don't want to talk to her, nor do I know how to talk to her about that, especially since she just ignores me. But I don't know what to do at all besides send the email to the RA. Now for the final update. A few days later, September 16. The dust has settled. So I emailed the housing department about everything that's happened. They quickly approved me a dorm change, but they wanted me to talk to my roommate first for the confrontation experience. I did. That was a very, very awkward conversation that went like this on Snapchat. Me, hello, ex-roommate name. I was wondering if he could talk. I know you're busy though. Her, yes, what about? Me, I was wondering if there's anything I could do to be a better roommate now that we've lived together for a month. Any suggestions? Her, no, everything's been fine. I've just been really busy with work. Me, okay, good. I had two things in mind. One, I noticed a weird smell in the room. I washed all my sheets and all my clothes, but it's still there, so I don't think it could be me. Could you wash your sheets and clothes? This is what the housing wasn't told me to say. They didn't want me suggesting that it could be her who smelled, even though the issue was that she wasn't bathing, not that she wasn't washing clothes or sheets. I don't know what the point of this was. Her, yeah, I can do that. Me, the other thing is kinda awkward. The other night, I heard a lot of moans and they woke me up. I don't know if that were you, but if it was, I'm not comfortable with you doing it that loud while I'm in the room. Her, when? Me, Friday. Her, what time? Me, around 5 or 6 a.m. I think. Her, well, that wasn't me. I would have been dead asleep. Also, I don't do that kind of stuff, and it makes me feel gross just thinking about it. Me, alright. I scheduled a dorm change a few days ago though. I'm not accusing you of it or anything, but I'm going to keep that dorm change request to get away from whatever the source of those sounds were because it's happened a couple times now. Today, I moved into my new dorm. It's much bigger and my roommate seems nicer. She left her boyfriend with me alone all day though, which makes me a little uncomfortable, but I'll trust he's a good person and won't do anything. Moving out of my old dorm was awkward. My stepdad and I walked in, and my dorm mate was literally hiding under the covers on her phone with the light off. She usually does this even when all of the issues weren't brought up. She didn't say a word to me while I packed my stuff. Just got done decorating my new dorm an hour ago, and now I'm happy and relaxing. Thank you all for your support and advice. It's a help this past month, lol. That was the end of the video. Comment down below to share what you thought. Press like and subscribe and click the notification bell for more regular updates. Thank you for watching.